All right. Looks like we finally got both teams over here. We're back for another Scotch match here. Chinook wins Casino and Resort, Lincoln City, Oregon, for the APA Regional 8-Ball Tournament. The 5-day event. Been here since Wednesday. We had singles, early bird scotch on Thursday, three-person teams, qualification for the weekend. Tournament board was yesterday. And now we've got the weekender scotch doubles. We got team balls versus Ideno. This is a even skill level combined teams of skill level. Both teams are a combined skill level of 11, making their race an even race to 3. And it looks like Ideno has won the leg. And we'll break off first.
That was a perfect lag by her.
She had they were just on the table previously, and she had an amazing, nearly straight in shot at the bottom of the table that she spun out the side above the side pocket for perfect shape on the 8 for her partner. Pretty sick.
Okay, all right. A real gamer.
Yeah, as I mentioned earlier, the Lincoln City Open is going on concurrently with this event right now. I posted the bracket link for that in the all-day stream chat. If anybody's interested on how everybody's doing, you can go find that there. I'm Tyrell Datweiler. This is Hill Productions. Currently, I got my bud Brookman Holmes on the other headset.
Just ignore me. All right. How many dollary dues do you have on team balls?
Oh, I've got no pony in this race.
Oh, okay.
I'm fair and unbiased.
I'm rooting for Ideno.
Okay.
Unless you want to.
Fine, I guess I will be team balls. You just wanted me to say that on the mic that I'm team balls. Or the
Am I that transparent? Actually, I think it's the team that wanted you to say that.
Yes, yes. I see right through you, Brookman. All right, ball down on the brick. What did she make? Or what did he make? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Stripe.
Stripe.
Yep. 1 stripe. Ooh, fully hooked on everything.
The joys of take what you make in APA. It is punishing sometimes.
I like it. It's a little different, you know.
Yeah, it makes it interesting, but there are definitely times where you just pull your hair out because you keep making the balls of the worst suit on the table after, on the other suit, be it what it is, be it stripes or solids, it's just like all out in the open. So it can make it tough.
Pretty sure he had the ball in hand. What did he say?
I don't know. They said something to him. Like,
I think he said that he had. I think they said that he has ball in hand.
he may be one of those players that, like, give me ball in hands, just gonna make it even. Like, not gonna know what to do, so I'm just gonna shoot it from here. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it said.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was not watching. I looked away during her shot because I was still rambling on about take what you make.
Yeah, she barely missed the orange stripe
Mm,
and ran into like the three ball or something like
gotcha.
that.
It's mint cubes and sweet and sour. Sweet and sour, mint cubes, table 44.
Yeah, it was kind of unfortunate because it was like almost hitting the 13, almost hitting the 9, almost hitting the 10, but I was like, no, gonna hit the 3.
Everything but.
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, that's always fun when you accidentally.
Uh, punch the mic with your hand.
Yeah.
Well, that miss really opened up the table for team balls. I really think they should shoot the 5 ball right now. 'Cause I don't think he tried to get on that ball, but he absolutely got perfect on it. So and that
Yeah.
ball is like that's like the only pocket for that ball.
Yeah, it looks like he recognized that. So
Didn't want that shape anyway.
no. Although it probably would have been slightly different if he'd made it.
Yeah, I don't know if
Not sure if it would have been any better, but it would have
Yeah.
been different.
it would have been like on the center spot. Not the center spot, the head spot?
Yeah.
Foot spot?
Foot spot. Which is aligned with the center line of the table.
Well, there's what? There's 3 center of the table.
Yeah.
Does that 10 go past the 6?
Yeah. It's
Like-
the deceiving on the camera on the monitor view, but I've done this enough now to know that that ball definitely goes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I've kind of learned if it's real close, you should err on the side that they probably can make it.
This shot's a little tricky. Jacked up over the ball.
Yeah. Mountain topped.
No big deal. Obviously.
Yeah. Really had plenty of room if he was able to brush the 6 and it still goes. Looking good here.
Great shape. Nice and natural.
Yeah. It's actually not quite as steep as it looks on the TV screen.
Little hard.
Yeah.
I think on that kind of shot, you should. I mean, it's tough to want to hit it really soft, but you should err on the side of hitting it too soft because you're
Well, it seemed like
inline the entire
seemed like he knew to roll it, but the length of his stroke was like, I don't know, 12, 16, 18 inches.
It could be one of those things where
A little shorter.
uncomfortableness with softer hits, like
Yeah.
especially if you're used to playing on tables that like roll off, stuff like that, then you like never want to hit the ball soft.
Yeah. That's true. It's also wasn't necessarily the stroke I was referring to. I meant his the length of his bridge
Yeah.
was fairly long, which sometimes it helps if you're trying to shorten that. If you're trying to be either this nice slow roll. The longer your bridge, the more acceleration that you inadvertently can put on the ball before you strike it.
Is he going draw on this?
It looks like maybe just a nip below, not like super draw. Just like stunny draw.
Okay. Think gotta shoot the one ball.
I mean, yeah, the one just it makes it easier.
I mean, like you'd want to shoot the one like that to get on the 8. But with where
Yeah.
the Q and 6 were, it was not gonna happen.
Thank you, Delicate. Thank you, Delicate. Thank you, Delicate. 45. 45.
Yeah, he draws it right back to where his cue ball is.
Oh. Yeah, these pockets have been a little sticky, so yeah, it's like you said, like if you were shooting the 8-ball, talking to one like that's fine, because then you can just roll the 8-ball in. But because you need it to be somewhere, it would have been nice if like his partner maybe just nipped it back just an inch or so.
Yeah, well, he had a kind of a bit of an angle on
Yeah.
the one ball, so it was always gonna kind of leave you that shape.
Yeah.
Like regardless of if you drew it, like drawing, it's just gonna get closer to the corner pocket. And...
Oh no, we're just exchanging hangers here. Well, should be a couple ducks for team balls. 6 is kind of deep in the pocket and definitely been harping on this the last couple days. There seems to be
Wow, just crushing it.
a lack of knowledge on how to manage balls in the pocket.
Was he afraid that the 6 wouldn't make it into the pocket?
I don't know. I think it's a shot that people just don't practice because they don't think it is that big of a deal until it comes up, and then they don't know how to hit it.
Yeah.
And he just got a hold of that. Like there's about 5 different ways you could hit that, and because the 8's in the pocket, all you gotta do is nick it in.
Literally anywhere on the table. Yeah.
So yeah, it's been getting Cliff all worked up all week.
I could see that, yeah.
So he's had a lot of commentaries like, man, just go practice that shot, once in a while. So
yeah, I mean, it's one of the really should when you get down on that shot, well, not when you get down on that shot. Before you get down on that shot, you should be like, all right, what do I want to happen? Where do I want this to hit? When the object ball is really close to the rail, like generally right in front of the pocket, you always get that weird overspin effect where I think on that shot the follow caught halfway down the table to make it go into the corner pocket.
Well, I also felt like he tried to draw it a little bit, like he caught it. It didn't look like a follow shot to me.
Yeah, but it got follow.
Yeah,
it was
when it opened up out of that side rail. Yeah, okay.
Because getting follow from that or draw from that distance is pretty tough actually. You have to have a pretty good stroke.
True.
To.
I mean, he did apply. It was
quite a bit of speed. Yeah.
Yeah. Which doesn't necessarily make your draw better. It's the stroke, not necessarily the speed. All right. Well, let's just leave that one in the past.
Yeah.
I think the only note is, for anybody that comes back and watches this later is maybe just set that shot up a couple times and.
Yeah, I've definitely had tournaments where I counter a shot like that and just be like, oh, this is sweet.
Yeah.
And then go back to it.
Yeah, I think it's just it gets taken for granted, so nobody really works on it until it comes up, and then a lot of players, I used to do it, you guess, because you can't figure it out in your head in the moment.
Especially when you're under pressure.
Yeah.
You become your dumbest self and you think all of these different thoughts and it's like, oh, why?
Yeah.
Right after you shoot it, you're like, why did I do that?
Yeah.
Had so many of those. That's good safety.
Full dancers and straight back, straight back, full dancers, 15-2.
Curious if they can. I don't think they can even see the 5. Oh, they can see the 7. The 7 goes, but ooh, that's a tough shot on
Yeah.
the rail. Just gonna drill it just because I said that, and because she's been
Pretty close.
She's had a few really good shots.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, their last match ended on what I pretty much described after she hit us. Like that's if anything, that is the winning shot of the match, even though it's not the 8-ball. It just put her partner on the 8-ball.
Yeah. She also had a really good 8-ball in the last match too.
Yes, she did.
One of those ones where it's like, oh, you could totally miss this. Really easy to overcut it, undercut it, and she made it super easy. You shoot the 9. I'm gonna run into the 8-ball. Oh, okay.
I mean, it doesn't really help your cause on the 8-ball.
No, but if the 10 goes past the 6, which I think it does, you can get straight in on the 10, then you're on the 6, on the 8-ball.
Yeah.
This, really think that he should roll it to get on the 11.
Mm-hmm. Well, 10 doesn't go now.
No.
I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, I didn't. I mean, he might have had more angle than I thought. on
Yeah,
that,
it
but
was a little. I was looking over at the table from here, and rolling it would have had to have one of those nice soft ones.
Or yeah.
And it's hit or miss. You know, some players are good at it. Some players just can't soft roll a ball.
I wonder how they're gonna solve their problems here. That 1 doesn't go anywhere. 4 or 6 doesn't go anywhere.
The 3-ball combo doesn't go.
Well, you don't have to call it, so
No.
good.
It wouldn't be the first 3-ball combo I've seen this week. No, it's not gonna hurt them.
Yeah, I don't think any of their balls are gonna go in this turn.
Yeah, I think there's gonna be a few innings of ticky-tacky ball moving here, maybe. Or maybe not. Maybe
8-ball's funny. It can be one shot that all of a sudden like
changes everything.
yeah. You're like looking at the rack like, oh, this is gonna be a multi-inning game, and then one shot later, it's like, oh, well.
Yeah, this is tough because your 10 ball's tied up in their balls, so you can't really move it on its own.
You want like a really sure shot.
Yes, I guess that's kind of what I'm working towards.
To run into it, and it's like the most natural one would be like banking the 1 and running into like the 4, the 10 or something.
Yeah, I guess.
But that's one of those shots where like if it doesn't go in, then you just double their problem.
Yeah. But yeah, those sort of I didn't want to try and make because you can't move it with just the cue ball and it by itself.
Yeah.
Or you're just gonna open their balls up too. So you kind of gotta leave it there as much as you hate it being there.
Yeah, like
Until
almost,
basically what you were saying, you've got a sure way of going into it.
yeah, like you play a defense that like lays up your
Your
solid
break-
in
yeah,
front of the pocket, in front of either the top right corner. Sorry, not the top right corner, because I'm not sure what camera view we're on.
This is the one that everybody else is seeing.
Oh, okay, then the top right or the top center.
Well, we're gonna find out if this 3-ball combo on the 6 goes. Sure looks pretty dead.
Yeah, but like the error like magnifies with each
Well,
ball
well, yeah.
contacted.
Well, and the gaps between them.
No big deal.
Only problem is 10 is still in the way of your 4, and the 1's not going anywhere.
Potentially bank the 4 right now with like a bunch of inside,
Yeah.
and then
Cross
and then
bank,
have to and then
cross
have,
bank, cross bank.
yeah, cross bank, and then you're still not even gonna be on the 8-ball. Looks like he's gonna cross bank the 1-ball.
No, it's just gonna
Oh,
lay up, push it.
That's good. Yeah.
Think he wanted think he was trying to push it right in front of the pocket, and
Mhm.
unfortunately he crossed the face
Well-
of the pocket.
Or just on the other side of that ball.
Yeah.
But I don't think you're hitting that 15 in the pocket. I mean now they have 2 problem balls.
Yeah.
Looks like he's shooting the 11. Is he going like off, like ticking off of the? Oh,
Oh, he played the
yeah. Off of
combo
it.
carom.
Nailed it.
Wow.
He absolutely intended to do that too.
That's a good shot.
Yeah, replay. Does the 10 go?
I think if you are a little bit lower on the table, maybe. I think he might just be in the window where you would nick the 4 first, but I can't.
Yeah, that's a tough one.
Because when I look over there, I feel like if you were lower on the table, the gap is plenty big to get in between the 4 and the 10.
Yeah. Oh.
Go into it
Okay.
maybe, or pop out with just enough room.
Oh my god, that was so close. Imagine he hits the backside of that 4 and just like replaces the cue ball
Right.
or puts the cue ball where the 4 is. Oh, beautiful.
It's just a little short. Probably would have been happy if that 4 ball had dropped.
Yeah. I mean, the
Hey,
1 is
It's still hard. It's absolutely
Yeah.
hard, but the 4 gives them just that little edge of
potentially
being.
shit. Oh,
Oh, okay.
I don't like it.
Is she banking it?
We'll find out.
You potentially run into the 8-ball and make the 8-ball early. Or
Yeah.
she's just trying to rub it so the 1 comes out in front of the cue ball.
The 10 is like way too close to the pocket for that. It's too scary, like with where the 10 is.
Yeah, but you can't. I don't feel like you can hit enough of the 1 and hide the cue ball. Maybe running into, as you run into the 8-ball softly, cue ball stops, the 1 rolls out in front.
Yeah,
That's so touchy.
Yeah.
Because if you sell it out, you sell it out.
I want to shoot that. I mean, I don't like the 4 to the 1. That's hard too, but
I mean, the only good thing about the 4 to the 1 is the 4 is off the rail. It's not on the rail. So you can use more of the 4.
I mean, that's where he said kind of put me right about there.
Yeah, just try and cut it in if you miss it.
I think so, yeah.
If you miss it, you want to be on the left-hand side of the table here. And if you make it, you want to be on the right-hand side of the table. So it's like, there's not really a great two-way here.
No.
And sending the, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
That's tough.
personally, I kind of really like those types of cross banks. So I might, if I was him, I would have maybe even been like, just give me a cross bank. And
No.
basically, actually, almost the same position and just shoot the cross bank. But that's just personal.
Yeah.
Like, for whatever reason, crossbanks into the side, I feel like are like so easy. But you give me a crossbank into the corner, and I can't make one out of 100.
Yeah.
That is perfect.
Pretty money.
It's always so scary when you're like headed toward, like
Well, yeah, because he sent it pretty long when he didn't need to. And so you're getting just close enough to that side pocket. You're like,
yeah.
did I overhit it? You know?
Yeah, both of them at the end of that rack had tricky outs.
Yep.
It's like all the balls were like yeah, the tables were like open for both of them, but like,
Mhm.
well, not as much for solids, but like you can get out. It's possible.
Right. All right. Trying to remember who broke off
I have a Scotch match.
second. Is he head ball or second ball? A little not close enough to rail. I don't feel like for a second ball break.
Yeah, it seems.
Yeah. Little squishy rack there.
Yeah. And he kind of crossed over on the break too. So like the cue ball crossed over the
The head ball.
yeah, which always feels like takes a lot off of the break. This is gonna be a tough rack.
Yeah.
Oh, just like a tiny bit harder, and maybe like three pops.
Three
on it.
pushes over to the left-hand side rail. That would have been nice.
Yeah. Though I think so. You can use the four ball to potentially break out the five, and it's really tough though because you're sending.
You can't really anticipate not getting stuck, sticking your cue ball somewhere bad. Doing that, I feel like
Yeah,
you
it's-
really have to judge where you're hitting something in the stack.
See, I would like to try to take care of the three ball before dealing with the five, because you're gonna send a stripe over in towards the three, and
Yeah.
make it even harder to deal with that. But you also have to just like deal with what you're given, and sometimes you're not fortunate enough to like be able to break out the three ball.
Yeah, Cliff was talking about that earlier. Sometimes,
Yeah, see how the whatever ball went straight into that, and I think it actually opened it up. Like that three might go now.
yeah, it does look potentially like you're right.
But the five doesn't go.
Not yet, at least.
Yeah.
Overcut that a little bit. Well, the five goes all the way up now. Or you could chip this four ball into the side with it if you got underneath it. If for some reason that serves some sort of useful purpose of putting the five somewhere better.
Well, I'm wondering about shooting like a soft shot on the one into the corner. Might not pass that ball though. Looks like he's shooting into the side
Mm-hmm.
with a bunch of inside? That works out really well. Especially if that
If he gets underneath
right
this
there,
7,
yeah.
oh,
Oh,
wow.
man. Okay.
What a
Done.
good outcome.
Yeah. Like, kind of ideally, you shoot the 3 and you can get on the 5 to go all the way down table off this shot.
Maybe
Looks like she's putting. I mean, if she's jacked up over the ball, I would
she
just
could-
shoot it with
well, yeah,
do as little as possible. So
Yeah.
it might be you're shooting the 4 into the.
well, not unless you. Well, looks like she's stuck shooting, or he's stuck shooting the 3, maybe. 'Cause even if he can see the 4,
By the way, that was a super good shot. That's so hard to do that jacked up.
mountaintops.
Yeah. And she also, I mean, she did it the right way too. It was just like, just make the ball.
Mhm.
That was, just a little hard, but that was the idea. Get on that 5 on the bottom side. She just needs to send it around 6 rails.
Yeah, this is where the trouble is kind
It
of.
is possible to get down there, or you'll hit 3 different balls.
This is modified single elimination. It is what we call mass eight. It's 4 strikes, 4 solids, with the 8 ball in the middle. Okay? It's a race to 2. You will be called up by team.
Ooh, that's gonna be a shot at least. Oh, a little hard.
Paul Sullivan here is going to be your master of the universe.
I think the 9's in the way of him.
The bank.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
So what? There's banking it into the corner, or
Bank in the
just
corner,
straight cutting it into
or
the corner?
or just thinning to win. That's a thin cut.
I don't like you.
Whatever you want.
And part of the problem I see with that cut is you potentially clip the 8 ball.
Okay. You have 1 minute to get things taken care of.
I think maybe it's not. I mean, it's pretty thin. Like you could possibly catch a piece of the bottom of the 8 ball, and you could scratch, or you could potentially send the 8 ball somewhere.
Looks like I think he's cutting it.
No, he's in the corner,
Oh.
and he throws his arms up in the air, but he has not left her much of anything here.
I think that 9's just in the way. Just like if he hit that just one rotation harder.
Totally $5 buy-in. Come on.
Bank it. But the
what
15,
she-
the
I think she-
15, the 15's big and the 13's big in the banks. Oh, gosh, did him a little dirty.
The 9 goes. and
It does, but it's
those 3 balls near the left side pocket are tough because you have to like clear the lower one each time
Yeah.
first, and so it makes getting on the next one harder. Or not hard, but it makes it harder to get on the next ball.
well. So yeah, the interesting thing is they all go individually on their own after as you make each the 12 and then the 10.
All right, I need one more. I got one
I mean,
more.
But people have a tendency of like
Okay.
moving balls by
See,
running into them.
If you shoot the
Yeah, I feel like
14, you shoot the 14 into the corner, and then you lay up on the lower side of the 5 ball, so 15 ball. Then you can like run into those balls,
right. I mean,
or you can do. I mean,
like I said,
the
they all,
10's easy now.
as you make them. Like if you make the 12, then the 10 goes, and you make the 10, then the 13 goes. I guess point I was trying to make. Sometimes you see a situation like that where players don't recognize, or they immediately get out of shape, so they have to try and make a ball and run into, you know. Like I prefer not to move anything if I don't have to.
Yeah. But I think it's good to take care of those 3 balls earlier because you can potentially, if you don't get shape on them, you can use a different ball to then get shape on the next
Oh
one.
yeah, I agree with you. Don't take the ones that are just wide out there in the open.
Yeah.
Because yeah, it's kind of interesting, particularly in 8 ball, as the more of your balls you take off the table, the window of precision that you require, it decreases from each ball to the next one.
Yeah.
So if you, yeah, like you're saying, if you take the kind of the easier balls that are by themselves out in the open, then you get a position down here. How
Yeah, you're doing some kind of weird hard drill
Yeah.
for your last 3 balls.
Yeah. Then how do you get back in position? Like you sometimes you can't. You gotta take a wild shot. Good advice there, Brookie Poo.
I think for this, you should just try to get it towards the center of the table and hope to get on the 11 good, but you always have the 14 do not good on the 11. It's like the 11's not a very great key ball to get on the 8.
No.
Like it's totally doable, but I don't, you're not running into the side rail after making the 11 and getting into the center of the table with how close the
No,
side pocket is.
yeah, to use the 11 as a key ball, your position on the 11 is important, and then it's becomes a lot more work. And so you've got a real natural path from the 14 ball from almost anywhere on the table.
I always overcut this ball that he's shooting right now. Like that. Because I overcut it worse. But that kind of works out. Like it's not a definite loss.
Actually, I think
I think it definitely banks.
I like the other view better, but there's a player on the other table who keeps sticking their head up in the.
Do you want me to go talk to him?
No, I just wanted to wait for him to get down on his shot, which will probably pop up right as
I'll go talk to him.
Aaron's shooting this.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh, it's rude. The speed was like so nice. Like when you kind of catch it a little long with those soft rolls, it tends to still kind of drop.
Okay, everybody.
Get perfect on the 11.
Well,
No. I don't like it.
I like shooting the 11 ball here first
I probably would.
because like I feel like it's
Well-
easy to do something silly here.
If he has enough angle to come off the 14 into the bottom rail, like just one rail it,
Yeah.
come back up, then I think, yeah, like that. Then yeah, that's the shot.
Yeah, I agree. I've definitely seen.
If he was on the other side, then I wouldn't make that shot as much.
Cannot expect that enough. It's gonna be a lot of animals you need to be safe for work fun, okay?
Safe for work fun.
A lot of, right? There's gonna be a lot of taking. Safe for fun.
Hijinks and drinking. I
Hey,
hope
safe
y'all
for
can-
work, guys. With the beer in your hand.
Let's see how many more times he says hijinks.
You'll see that they're gonna wander around. They're gonna help balance. Doing well, and then you're going to get a little bit of pain. You're probably
Alright,
gonna see
they're on the hill. This is your team too, the one that you originally really wanted to win.
Oh, because I'm team balls.
Yep.
There, I said it for you again. On the air.
You're saying it for them.
Yes.
Probably every 30 or 45 seconds. Okay. And I'm gonna get you on to every single table count. Okay. When I stop play, I'm gonna say 3. I'm gonna say 3, so it's not 6 years spread as well when the word stop. After now, you're not gonna hear me say that I'm here to say that. Wait, please. Because if you want breeze and you take a shot, move ball. So this is your best interest to breathe. Okay? And all the instructions on what to do is next. It might be that you have to get where you go with your opponent.
It's like a straight thing.
Stop. Rachel, do you need to make an announcement?
Richard Shera, Jeremy Johnson, and Jeremy Johnson to table 12.
Yep, you are correct. Stripe.
Thank you, Lou.
That guy. Whack ball. Takes stature to take 47.
Why is it that when I'm in the commentary booth, I can never remember what ball number balls are, but when I'm at the table, it's very obvious?
No, keep it under.
Probably because half the time the number's like kind of visible, or you've been on the table long enough that it's meant subconsciously. You've seen it.
Mm-hmm. He just put his partner in jail.
It's just the stripes that sometimes mess me up, especially with all the variations in the color sets over the years.
Oh yeah, I'm like adding numbers in my head. I'm like 8 plus 3. What ball?
Oh yeah, my shortcut when I really have a brain fart is just take the color of the solid and subtract 2.
Oh my god, that's so much easier.
Right?
I'm doing the solid plus 8.
Doesn't really work for the 9 ball, so you just better know which the 9 ball is, because -1 is not 9.
No, absolute value.
Up the drinks, come on, any liquid drinks, you can see everybody, cool down. Exit the alley.
All right, ball in hand. Or Ideno.
All right, they're solids. All of them have a pocket. The trickiest ball is
What's the hardest ball and what's the key ball?
the 1 might be the hardest. The 1 or the 2. I like shooting the 5 first. Into the side.
I concur, because I feel like the 1 and the 5 being out in the center near the 8 ball are less than ideal.
Are there stripes?
Well, I thought I was gonna
That's
say
real
like
sportsmanship right there.
yeah. Yeah, we've definitely seen some good sportsmanship so far.
Yeah, do we give them an award, or do they get like a point on their score sheet, or what?
Yeah, we had a match earlier where the dude hadn't marked his pocket, even though it was obvious where he was shooting it, but they reminded him, which was nice. Kind of sucks when people are sticklers, you know. I mean, I get the semantics and the technique, you know, the rules are the rules, but you know, in situations where we all forget sometimes, and some of us play in other unmentioned leagues where you don't have to use a pocket totem to indicate your intended pocket.
I feel like you kind of have to shoot the 2 ball here, but it doesn't like lead you. Like the 2 and the 5 are really difficult balls.
Yeah, I think he thought too long about.
He was too worried about shape. He was getting
hit it too thick, trying to hold the ball a little bit while concerned about he probably wanted to put it on the 6. He was getting on the 2s. Just speculate.
Yeah, in that pattern earlier when she had ball in hand, I liked shooting the 3 ball last, like shooting the 7 to the 3 to the 8 and to the side. That would be potentially how I would do it. That's a good shot.
Well, yeah. I mean, I feel like I would like to get rid of one of these balls, the 9
Neither
or
of
the,
them really.
but you're kind of in between both of them.
Yeah, they're both not fun shots to shoot. It's like he's
Yeah.
just barely gonna get on that ball.
Yeah,
But
he
it's
tried-
a tricky one.
Yeah, he tried to punch it over, but he had a big old twist in the back of his stroke there.
Yeah.
Kind of whipped his cue a little bit.
One thing I've learned is when you have those shots where you're trying to like really move the cue ball by like cheating the pocket or something like that, is so worry less about your speed, more about where the ball is hitting the pocket, because you can hit balls really soft. And it makes the pocket bigger, and then you get more movement off the cue ball than if you slam it, but it's like still straight in.
Right. Yeah. He left his partner tough.
Well, his partner deserves it.
Well, yeah, I feel like we've moved into the last 2 shots been, well, I made my ball.
Yeah, no. I mean, this guy on his previous shot, he didn't have a great
I agree.
he didn't have an easy transition to the next ball, and then the other person also didn't have an easy one. Like that fall that he ran into was really big.
I don't know, it's just more making a joke about Scotch in general sometimes where
It's good to not get the ball in hand.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Well, it kind of made the 2 funny.
2.
I
believe the 2 go like it just goes like they could shoot it right now. I don't know if you'd want to shoot it right now. And then the 5, I think it goes into the side.
It sure looks like it on camera.
Yeah, everything's just kind of, it's all still just a little weird though. The 1 is kind of funky, being, like the 4 might not be in the way of the 1 ball, but it might be enough in the way to give you that like visual clutter on the shot that makes it harder.
Well, it's kind of like you said earlier. The 1's kind of weirdly hard. I mean, you could get on it right here. Could shoot it here if you want to do. There's a lot of things. I don't know. Has he got the 4 ball?
I don't think so.
I feel like the 11's maybe in the way.
I think I just saw a mouth. Nope.
Well, and the 2 doesn't cut to the side because of the 9 ball.
Wonder if she was like trying to bust out the 2 ball.
Yeah, maybe. It seems
Like he's gonna
unnecessary.
try to
and swerve it.
Yeah. I hate the shots. I always run straight in to the impeding wall when I do it. So he nails it. Leaves her dead straight on the 2 ball.
I don't know. Maybe it doesn't go because she's turned the 2 ball down twice. I think that 9's more in the way than it looks here.
Can we get Cliff to be our ball boy? Let us know if they're.
Yeah, but she turned it down in favor of trying to break it out, I think, last time.
Yeah. I don't think it goes now. I have to go.
Team 30, you're on 21. Team 30, you're on 21.
It did go, but the 9 ball's in that weird spot where it kind of looks like it's in the way, but it's not really. But it makes you much less happy about shooting the shot.
Teams 24 to 31 to table 30.
Hopefully he doesn't. Oh, I was gonna say, hopefully he doesn't hit the 8 in such a way to like stick onto the 2 or something.
All the teams, if you call to get to their tables, you set up the rack, play, and then set up the rack. The blue bots will go around and check your racks to ensure that you done this correctly. Teams 7 and
So if she's like really straight on this 5 ball right now, or a little bit on the right side of the 5, I just roll the 5 in and try to take the 2 into the corner.
Yeah. Well, I think she's gonna shoot the 6 though. Clearly.
No, there's still a chance. She shoot the 5.
Does the 2 go in the upper right?
I think so. I mean, if it goes in the lower left, then it has to go in the upper right.
Oh right, yeah, that makes sense.
I think he can run into it, and he might be able to run into the, like, push the 2 straight into the 9 so that the 2 doesn't really move.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's all about the speed. Yeah. See, if you hit that way softer, you might be like straight into the corner. But it's so hard to like, predict that. Oh, yeah. Oh.
9, I need it on table 16.
Do you think that 2 ball makes the 8 just weird enough that they don't get out?
I mean, if they don't get on the 8 ball to shoot it into a corner pocket, yes.
Yeah, but I mean the 2 taking away the side, and then this is the shape given where it's very natural to want to shoot it back into the side.
Yes, and that's kind of what I was saying. It's like now you have to play into these wedges that you're not really set up to naturally roll into.
I think for this one at least, it is. You'll always have the bottom right. Just depends on it.
Oh, they tried to play safe, I take it. And I think maybe sold the farm here. I mean, I guess it's a little off angle, so it's a little weird because you gotta roll it in. Can't.
If he can play a soft stop shot, the cue ball just drifts a little bit towards the side pocket. It really depends on the amount of angle he has.
Yeah, I
don't think he's gonna shoot that shot.
No, I think you just gotta roll it forward and let her shoot it up in the left corner.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he did really well there.
Yeah, that's perfect.
I think he maybe even put a touch of spin on there so it opened up to get a little further away from the 8 ball.
Yeah, I find on that kind of shot, it's really easy to hit it like way too soft. And then you end up like right on the rail.
Right on the rail with a really like more angle on your, you know.
I mean, it just honestly, I would rather be off the rail with like more angle than like on the rail and dead straight.
Yeah. All right, we got a Hill thriller. This might be the first Hill match of the day, I think. Although I wasn't commentating the other one, so I don't really remember the score. I was just marking the scores. Hill on Hill Productions YouTube channel.
Oh, you couldn't make this up.
That's how we like it. Just a reminder, Lincoln City Open is happening concurrently. There's a link to that tournament bracket in the chat if you're interested on keeping up on the players in that one.
All right. I got $1 in my pocket on team balls.
Oh, so you're team balls now?
I'm team balls.
I got $1 in the tip jar.
I'll give you $5 to break it down.
Nice. Just a reminder, if you can, please share the link to the stream with your friends or on your Facebook page. Get the word out. This stream will be going into the early morning hours, most likely. Finals probably somewhere between 1 or midnight and 1. So still quite a bit of stream left today. Also, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, get notified. All the events that I stream throughout the year. The majority of the planned ones this year is the Northwest Women's Pool Association Tour, which I've been doing for a couple years now. Always good fun, good pool. Get to watch some of the best women in the Pacific Northwest. Yeah, go hit that subscribe button. Also, if you enjoy the stream, I want to show some appreciation. I do have a digital tip jar Venmo handle down there if you want to throw a buck or two or buy us a beer. It's always appreciated.
Or $100.
I mean, I would never ask that, but I would be much appreciated if somebody, was that generous. That's unnecessarily generous, but I do appreciate, getting feedback that way. That just I do get to talk to some of the players in the room, whatnot, and just helps me understand what the general enthusiasm is about, having this available during this event.
I'm gonna count. One, two, and three. And you're all gonna wonder, should we break on three?
All right, now that I'm done yakking, have you been paying attention? What's
No, I completely lost my mind.
It's like
But
when
it looks
you're
like they're breaking the ground.
it's like-
I'm about to pay you $5.
It's like when you're driving, you have to turn down the radio so you can concentrate better.
Yeah.
I know I said that number, but I did not say the.
Can't drive because the radio's too loud.
I shall say one.
I feel like she needed to go forward there.
Well, all 3 of those balls are blocked by the 4.
Yeah, I understand that, but like, you also have a wall up there if you stay up.
Maybe she was thinking that she draws back and you can see the 14 and you can play a ticky off the
rail.
rail.
Yeah.
Maybe.
All right, that does make sense. It's just so straight though.
Kevin Shields and David Denton on table B. Kevin Shields, David Denton.
It felt to be really hard when you have to feel like you have to hit the ball really hard.
Yeah.
To hit the ball in the correct place, like verticality. So sometimes you'll slam the ball but get no spin, even though you want a ton of draw or something like that.
1, 2, 3.
You on edge, or is he going to the bottom rail? Bottom rail. I mean,
Could have been worse.
it's about your balls still have pockets, but so do theirs. So now it's You know, you just sit down and wait and see if you're gonna get back to the table.
That one is in the same kind of weird spot.
Yep. Yeah, and Cliff and I've kind of talked about this a little bit. Like, first off, it's close to the 8. And second off, there's something about balls in the middle of the table. But just looking at the table, it would seem like it's not that big of a problem. But they easily, for some reason, a lot of players leave them till late and then find themselves
Yeah.
on the wrong side. Or
yeah,
like,
it's about planning which ball puts you on that ball.
Yeah.
He overran shape on this one and has to shoot the one ball now. Off the rails, it's gonna be tough.
The rest locked up 41, 42, and 43. Let me know.
Oh, real, like not
yeah.
even hard.
So good.
41, 42, and 43.
Man, that is. Oh,
41, 42, 43.
one of the shots that gives you like the shivers afterwards.
Yeah.
You're like, it's so good.
Well, this is a little funny though.
Yeah, I think there was
Is there a window through the 3 and the 8?
maybe there was
Because that 14 ball looks really big to me if you're trying to back cut the 3.
yeah. I think there was too much desire to shoot the 3 ball next.
Yeah.
When could have shot the 3 ball next, but play the cue ball by the side pocket and shooting the same pocket.
Sure. I had the window all day there, but a little close to the work on the 6 ball. Didn't manage the second ball that well.
This is a tough one to bridge on, like leaning all the way over the table. Oh, God, beautiful.
Wow.
Beautiful.
Rest locked up 44.
Still not an easy shot, though. Whenever I play straight pool, this shot I always miss.
I love this shot.
I get the shot.
Yeah, Cliff's been making fun of me because every time there's any ball that can go in the side, I'm like, oh, just shoot in the side pocket.
I have like an invert. I'm like Earl Strickland, no side pocket.
Yeah, Cliff's making fun of me. He's like, yeah, you think everything just goes in the side pocket, and not everything can go in the side pocket.
That was a real tough shot.
Yeah.
3. Like, it's not that it's a hard shot; it's harder than it's so easy to miss that.
I mean, I get it. The side pocket is a smaller pocket, oftentimes, that especially from an angle.
Yeah.
All right.
That was a really tricky out there.
Yeah.
But they had a couple real hero shots. That one ball, and then that ball in the pocket. Oh, so good.
Well, that's going to do it. Team Balls is going to win that one. No, you stole my team. You don't get it.
I had to pick the winners.
I mean, he tried to get me to be biased.
Yeah.
All right.
We should get Stan up here. Let's get Stan on the mic. Maybe he can.
I don't think that's gonna happen. I love Stan, but I feel like even like
he doesn't know who you are.
Yeah. Well, even like match, like he just like unless he's forced into it, like. All right. Well, like I said, that one's done. We will be back with another match shortly. So stay tuned. Gonna be here for a long while this evening. We'll bring in you Scotch doubles matches.